Hi Lee, lovely to hear from you, and thank you for your cameo request. I've never heard of hemiplegia. Why can't I say it? Hemiplegia. I've never heard of that before, so thank you for educating me on that. And it's nice to meet you, I suppose, over Cameo. Thank you for your request, even if you've never heard of me. It was like a double-edged kind of sword, that. It was like cool people that I've never heard of. So thanks, I think. And you have some questions for me. So, I've never heard of Common as Muck from the 1990s. Have you heard of My So-Called Life with a very young Claire Danes? I think she was like 15, and she got an Emmy, either award or nomination. I think that's like 1992 or something. It was her first ever role, and it only had one season, and then it didn't get commissioned for a second one. But it's just so nostalgic. It's very 90s, and it's a really great performance from a very young Claire Danes. So if you haven't seen My So-Called Life, and Jared Leto is in it as well, then check that out. And I must check out Common as Muck. Would I ever play a disabled character if offered the part? No. I mean, never say never, but I would think that there were enough talented disabled actors who could fulfill the role much better than I can, especially if the role is disabled. There's something about life experience that someone has that I don't, and they would bring so much more to the role than I ever could. So it's a hesitant no, but you know, I feel like a disabled person would much better fulfill that role than I can. So yes, that's the answer to that one, is yes, no. No would be the answer. And any actor, actress you'd love to work with still? I mean, how long's your list? Of course. Who would I love to work with? I'd love to work with Emma Thompson. I think she'd be just so cool and crazy. I would love to work with... I don't know, there are so many. I've been lucky to meet a few that I've always admired. I'd love to work with James McAvoy. I would love to work with... Who are great female actors that I really admire? I'd love to work with Judi Dench. I mean, imagine, just all the greats. I would love to work with them. I would love to work with great female British actors. I think they have paved the way for me and young actresses coming through, and just to sit and listen to them and learn from them would be incredible. So yeah, so many. I mean, I can't even name them all. Do you think background music enhances a scene? That's a really good question. So yes, I do, but at given moments. I get really distracted if there's background music all the way through a scene. I find it really distracting. And it becomes something that I hear more than the actual text or whatever's going on in the scene. I go, oh, there's more background music when it's constant. Whereas if it's used for an effect, or if it's used to create an emotion or a particular feeling for a particular scene, I think it can do so much. As an actor, I listen to music to get into a role. So I find music is such a great tool for actors, but also audience members to really engage with either the psyche of a character or to generate a feeling that might be really poignant and particular for that scene. But all the way through, no. And there are some films that do that quite a lot. I've watched a women's university soccer team online. Oh, so you must be American. Or maybe you're not. That was a jump to a conclusion. I've watched a women's university soccer team online for the last 4 years. Could a story about how they've changed my life forever work on TV? Yeah, I'm sure it could. You have to find... There's a book called How to Skin a Cat. If you're really keen on writing, there's a book called How to Skin a Cat, and it's a formulaic breakdown of how to write a screenplay. It's really, really useful. And I think, yeah, if you can write, it will break it down for you. There's also an app called Final Draft, which all screenwriters use to write screenplays, and that's a really good app to develop your writing. Go to a screenwriter's workshop or an online course or anything like that. There's so many resources out there. So unless you're writing already, I mean, I'm telling you how to do your job if you already know how to do it. But if you need advice, go for workshops. buy the book, get final draft, and just write. I mean, no, again, similarly to my first question about playing a disabled character, no one knows your life better than you. And if you really love this soccer team and you can write about how it's affected you, you're the only best person to write that story. So yeah, I say go for it. I'm a yes person. I say yes, go. Oh, and the lights are going off. Can you see that? They're going dark. So I'm, oh, there we go. And we're into blackout. Not sure why that happens. It's like a ghost comes in the room. It does it quite a lot. So as well as an actor, I'm a fitness instructor. So I'm just getting ready for my class later this evening. And yeah. So Lee, lovely to meet you. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, whatever you're up to. What day is it? Thursday. Coming up to the weekend. Hope you've got nice weekend plans. And yeah, see you soon.